I am fucking crushed right now. I am fucking crushed. I hope my mic is working. Um, mm, I'd like to wait for people to get in here before I start. I can't express how upset I am at right now. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's figure this out. Um, that one is too much. Great for these wacky angles. Okay. Um, I was doing. I literally okay. Look at this spread that we have here. Um, I just got like an hour into a reading. Come to find out that my phone ran out of storage because I was doing a top-down view. Um, it just deleted the whole thing, and I had no idea. I was just talking to myself for like 30 minutes, probably. Okay, and I decided to do a live because I don't want to deal with my disk storage, and we're just gonna get it. We're just gonna figure it out. I don't know. Um, where do I even fucking start? Happy New Year! Hello, my beautiful collective. My name is Caleb. I am an empath, a psychic, an oracle of sorts, and welcome to Full Mental Alchemy. We again, I just recorded like an hour of a fucking reading and then got cut off. So we're just gonna continue this reading on the live. This is a love reading. And believe me, it is a fucking intense love reading. The energy has been passionate and it is fiery. I feel like I'm on fire right now. Um, So let's go through this entire fucking spread. There are like 30 cards on the table right now. Our first card is the Raven. The Raven speaks of news, and let me just read the description. Keep your senses about you. News or a significant announcement is coming. Do not believe everything you hear unless it is from a reputable source. Gather information and guidance before making decisions. We can stride through other worlds, not just this one, in order to understand our nature. Now, this looking back on this is crazy because there is this energy of the Five of Wands. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Um, So this person has had you heavily on their mind. Um, and they went through some sort of conflict in the recent past. Uh, I'm so sorry. I would love to read chat, but I need to just like get this out. I am like fucking so behind. Um, because I just recorded like an hour of a reading. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness. It's if you're in New York, it is the new year. I recorded like an hour of the reading and then my phone ran out of storage and I had no idea. So I feel like I have to like completely walk through this whole timeline that I just walked myself through. Um, but this person went through a conflict and this conflict had something to do with you, but this it was like they had these people around them that um they thought were like trustworthy people. They these people they thought that these people had their back. And you came up in the conversation in some shape or form and things got vicious. And this person like went to bat for you. We have strength here. Strength with the page of swords. They had this epiphany that um they're not who they say they are. And the things that they feel towards these people are a reflection of what's inside them. But this conflict, it gave them this spark, the Emperor. It made them realize that they are fully capable of like everything that they want from these people, they can cultivate within themselves. with the Ace of Chalices. They fully they realize that this isn't the energy I want around me. With the Witch and the Alchemist, these two cards, the Witch speaks of experimentation. It speaks of breaking tradition, recognizing when things are not meant to go. Something the guidebook says is traditions are not meant to be rules, but used as a guidebook. Um, Allow it to show you what you can do, but don't be afraid to think outside the box. And the Alchemist talks about tearing things down and restarting anew. That energy of the phoenix, transmutation. Now, the next card we pulled was the Magician. This person took what took the pain of this conflict and allowed it to like fuel a rebirth. And our cards in the middle, we have Strength, the Page of Swords, and the Six of Wands, which completely just confirms that. It was like they what was I saying? My mouth is moving faster than my mind. These are tarot cards. Um, so this person had to. I think the people that they were in conflict with, um, I think they were people that they looked up to. I think they were people that had a lot of influence on the way that they viewed the world in the past. And for them to act the way they did was really heartbreaking and almost world shattering for them. And my heart really goes out to this person. Like it's a painful experience to realize that the people that are around you are purely there to like feed on your energy. No, they can't change your fate. Um, Tarot cards are for divination, and they are specifically just to read energy. And energy cannot be. Um, I don't think it can be manipulated in that way. Once you're aware of something that could happen in the future, which I do not read for the future, I only read past energies. Um, Once you know what's going to happen in the future, being aware of that instantly changes what could happen, which is why I think predictive readings are a little redundant. Um, anyway, back to this energy, but this strength, this inspiration, and when I pulled the Page of Wands, what spoke to me about it is I feel like there was this. I think you were the topic of conversation in some way. They were saying something to you, or like these people, you came up in some sort of way, and these people were like talking shit, um, totally like throwing shade. And this person was like, "Why are you saying that? What makes you think that?" And this person went to bat for you. And I think the Page of Swords was this like newfound. I don't think it was newfound respect, but I think it was like respect that was in the back of their mind that when saying it out loud, they're like, wait, I actually really value this person. And I think that realization is what allowed them to rise above this conflict, this challenge. And then in the next row, we pulled the Empress, and that was so beautiful when this came out because we had the emperor in the first spread. It was like this conflict made them recognize the power that they hold within themselves, and it was like this conflict brought about instant change. It instantly was like these are all of the lessons you need, the like final lesson that they needed to truly rise into their power. And I think the inspiration that came with the Page of Swords was that you are their empress, that you are the end all be all for them. And with the Seven of Swords, this person is willing to do whatever it takes to get you, to call you into their life. We have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Chalices, and the World. And what this speaks to is this person is taking some sort of action towards you. Something that was coming through before I realized that the video wasn't recording was that um, this feels like the final countdown. Like the buzzer is going off, and this person is like at this like defining moment of what they're going to do about these feelings. we have the Queen of Chalices, and then the World. And I think it what's really pushing them to move towards you is this recognition of your nurturing spirit. With the World and the Empress, it makes me think that they see you as this what I kept hearing was like the exact answer to their calling. The direct I don't know, answer to their soul's calling. But then I wanted to know more about this conflict, how it involved the collective, how things unfolded. And our first card was the Queen of Swords. And this was interesting to me because the Queen of Swords, in I'm noticing the way that she is like wrangling this goose. She has the goose in a muzzle, and its beak is being kept shut. And I think it is like I think it goes both ways in that these people were trying to straight up just spread lies about you, just making not necessarily making up complete lies, but it's like conjecture. Like they see the things you're doing and then they add their own spin on why you did those things. And this person, they went to bat for you and they were like, "Do you know this person? Do you have you seen the way that they act?" Um and then we have the King of Pentacles. And whenever I see this card, what I hear is the phrase standing on business. Like they literally stood the ground and they were ready to like beat a bitch up for you. um, we then pulled the Ten of Chalices because you are this like not necessarily source of happiness for them, but they know that if you two were to come into union, it would be this glorious, like I'm imagining the end of a show, the entire like end of an entire run of a series, and it's just this like fading to black, two people, they're sitting in a tree. Um, and then we pulled the King of Wands in reverse with the Devil. And that to me, this just seemed like people that were just it was like a smear campaign of your character. And what that in turn did is helped your person recognize that these people aren't who they say they are. They have this like happy-go-lucky facade that they put on, this disguise, but they showed their true colors. And what I spoke about the earlier was that when judgments are cast, whenever I'm judging people, it usually comes from a place of jealousy. It comes from something where, like, if I see someone doing something that I want to be doing or acting in a way that I want to be acting, I these feelings of judgment and jealousy come out, and I have to consciously be like, they're not doing anything. This is all coming from within me. And I think that's the realization that your person was having was that these people have this like deep this twisted view of how the world works. The way they see the world is it is I just want to keep saying twisted. They don't have a clear view of things because they don't have a clear view of themselves. And they aren't that doesn't really jive with them anymore. They're not really here to like prolong people's twisted ideas of the world. Whatever. Uh, and then I wanted to know more about this process of uh reinvention, the actual act of changing their world. And the card we pulled was death. Death in reverse. And the imagery of this card really spoke to me in the way this hand is like letting go of a rose. And it makes me think that this might be a past lover or even just a really close friend. Like this was someone that they truly cherished. And the way they were speaking about you just completely shifted how this person felt about your person felt about this person. And I think it caused them to go in this like full disconnect. Like they just dropped off the face of the earth from these people. And then we pulled the sun, and I was pulling that in terms of like motivation for it. And the sun. Supporting death in reverse makes me think that they were just letting go of the past, leaving these people to the reality that they choose to exist in, and just allowing the peace, serenity, and hope for the future to guide them forward. Understanding that better things are meant for them, and that if this didn't work out, something else will. And then I pulled the Fool with the Five of Chalices, and I feel like that just emphasizes that point of this is a new journey for them. In the past, they chose to just align with these people. They would take these people's words at their what's the word for that? At their face? Is that I don't know, but now they're finally like I don't want to say they never thought for themselves in the past, but now they're truly like the channeled message said. Um, Do not believe everything you hear unless it is from a reputable source. They're finally like actually doing the research and like taking the things people say with a grain of salt. And with the Five of Chalices, they're letting this pain wash away. They're actually listening to the uh the lessons of the universe and that everything is meant to ebb and flow. Excuse me. Um Understanding that these emotions aren't meant to just like stay stagnant within them. They need to like feel it and allow it to be released, which is beautiful. And then we have the Two of Swords with the Six of Chalices, and this this felt so indicative to me that they had this like conscious moment. It felt like a wake up, like they something just clicked in their head, this conscious decision. And with the Six of Chalices, I think it was something that you said. I think you said something in the past or did something in the past, either to this person or around this person. And at the time, it didn't stick. But as this situation went down, as things unfolded the way you did, they sat with themselves. They sat with this pain, thought about how things happened, and then your voice kind of just clicks in their head. And they realize, wait, they might be onto something. And then we pull the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. If that does not drive that point home, oh, thank you so much. That's so kind. Um, I feel like that dr- drives the point home in that they have this shift in perspective, and they truly like listened back to the words that you gave and thought about what you meant. What could have made you think the way you did, and they see that you were right, whatever that might have been. I'm not exactly sure what your advice was, but we have the High Priestess and then the Six of Swords, and in that epiphany, in that moment of silence, in sitting with your advice, it opened the door for them. You were their catalyst. Now, I'm going to read through this last row again because this is where things start to get intense. We have the Empress, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Chalices, and the World. This person sees you as their Empress. You are their calling. They are feeling this pull to you. We see that. They want to take action. We have the Knight of Swords. They're trying to figure out a way to communicate this to you. And with the Queen of Chalices in the World, again, it's just that point of like, you are the end all be all for this person. They are feeling so passionately. But this is the moment of truth, judgment. This is the make or break moment, like we were talking about. The buzzer is going off as we speak, and they are trying to make a free throw. And it's like a Hail Mary. We have the Tower, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Chalices. The energy that this is speaking to me is in it being a make or break moment. They are trying to figure out whether to come forward and express how grateful, like literally the advice, the way that you changed their perspective on the way they feel about their relationships, it was life changing. There's such like when I talk about this epiphany, it feels like my head is being flipped upside down. The Hanged Man. I like, and this person has so much gratitude for you, but it isn't. It doesn't feel. It's not like they feel like they owe it to you in the sense that you are making them feel owed. It's like they just want you to know how deeply they value your insight, but they also don't want to come forward and come off too clingy. That's where we have this like dichotomy between the Knight of Wands and the Page of Chalices, is that the Knight of Wands, they don't want to come forward with this like bonfire of passion and just like absolutely burn you to the ground and scare you off with how intense they are. But they don't want to like just come forward all shy and like be like, I you mean a lot to me. Like they don't want to just send you a text and say like tell you how they feel. They want to make like a grand gesture. And I'm gonna read this Citadel card. I realized I never read the Citadel cards. This is the poet. This speaks of relationships and vulnerability. Where is my guidebook? Where's the guidebook? Oh, it's under the cards. I'm so silly. So silly of me. Give me just a sec. The poet. I think it's like the last or no, it's not. Page 42. The poet. Music, laughter, the swirl of beautiful dresses. Tonight is a night free from care and the troubles of the outside world. Amongst the dancers, a single figure draws the attention of everyone present. Flash of embroidered silk, the wave of a hand, a voice as clear as a bell. The poet is life itself, pure and undiluted. Instantly in love with every new person they meet, they are drawn to people just as people are drawn to them. A sonnet, ready for every new spark of love. There is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems, find your song. Love is a creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. And I want to emphasize that point of be your imaginative, authentic self. This person is second guessing everything that they are like they're spending so they have this like mathematical logical way of thinking of approaching this. They're like, I need to do this to get this, but that isn't the point that spirit wants. They want them to just be themselves. You don't need a plan. My candle just flickered as I said that. Absolutely confirmation. Be your authentic self. The point that spirit is trying to get them to realize is you don't want them to like show up with a grand gesture or just saying how they feel. You just want them to be themselves, to be exactly who they are, because that's why you value them. But I think they have been spending a lot of time thinking about how they're going to come forward. They're trying to put together some sort of like either like I was saying earlier, like if you're someone who really appreciates art, they're like putting together a whole mural, this compilation of all of their feelings poured into the work. Or if you appreciate music, they're like making an album or like writing you poetry or something. And while that's great, at the end of the day, you just need to be you. Happy New Year. It's still 9 o'clock where I am, but Happy New Year. It is such a beautiful time to be alive. I realized I kind of just jumped right into this and I didn't actually talk about this. Um, I love New Year because as a spiritual person, I feel like we're constantly in this state of transformation, and New Year is like the one time of year where everyone is on that same wavelength of being like things are going to be different. And that really speaks to the energy of this reading in that this person wants things to go differently than they have in the past. The whole middle section here with the alchemist card talks about how they've been transforming as a person and redefining what it means to be them. And now they're having to adjust to this new reality. The last cards that I pulled and where I left off before my recording got deleted was the King of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords. And what this was speaking to me is it feels like um this true doubt of whether or not they can handle this responsibility of sharing themselves. With the Ace of Swords, I'm getting Ace of Sword reverse energy from this in that it's like they're falling on their own sword in having so much to say that they're not going to say anything at all, or thinking that they won't have anything to say and then saying too much. I like it's just this flip-flopping energy of not knowing. It's like I don't know what to do. So there where I left off before this live stream, it felt like this person had to just take a breath. And I'm gonna do that now because I just like speed ran this reading. I'm telling you, it took me an hour to get to this point in the fucking pre-recorded version. But this is our jumping off point. I'm gonna read the Wicca Oracle cards now. The cards that we pulled were multiple realities and at the end of desire. And I thought it was interesting that card number 7 came through because I've been seeing 7 7 absolutely everywhere the past couple days. Couple other angel numbers that came through was 11 11, 11 44, 44 as well. 4 4 4 I've seen over and over again today. And 3 3 3 has been like I swear I saw 3 3 3 like once every hour today. I was going around town. It was on every other license plate when I turn a corner. Like I was a little blown away. But also 5 5 5 was coming through, and that stood out to me because every time I saw it, I took note of how I was feeling, and it was like this feeling of joy. Every time I would get like really excited, I would see 5 5 5. And looking back, that feels indicative here in that this person needs to have a shift in their perspective. They need to stop doubting everything they're feeling, stop doubting the way that they're going to move forward, and just embrace it. Like the fucking poet card was talking about. Let's read that again. Um, there is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart pounding chaos. Uh, Heart pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems, find your song. Love is a creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self, and let other like minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. And that's the shift that either needs to take place or is taking place as we speak. Again, there's such an urgency behind it. This, like when I found out that the recording was not recording, I needed to move as quickly as possible so as to not lose the energy. I'm gonna put all these cards back, and we are gonna shuffle. Um, I actually might move to a different deck. Mm. Oh, I was gonna read the Wicca Oracle cards. I completely spaced that. All right, let's read these. Card number 7, multiple realities. The gate is open for everyone to pass through it. The boundary between worlds is weakening. Passage is allowed, and it opens up endless possibilities and countless realities that go beyond our own. We are a grain of sand in the infinite hourglass of time. The voice of our ancestors is in the air around us. We can hear it in a sacred silence. Spirits of all times and places provide their inspiration. And the oracle is you are in contact with forces that are beyond your comprehension, but that also offer you other perspectives. The obstacle to the full vision is only within you. And I think looking back on this, it especially speaks to what we were just talking about. And this person is like there's so much going on in their head that they need to just take a break. They need to sit and like clear their mind and listen to the advice that spirit is giving them. And then our next oracle card is at the end of desire, and I didn't even think about it before, but I'm just going to read this and we'll see what comes through. Without love, no one can be born, and the goddess always inclines to love and joy and happiness, and she guards and nurtures her hidden children in life and death. She teaches the way to be in communion with her. As you, as, whoa, what? As you see, she has been, oh my goodness. As you see, she has been with us from the beginning, and it is that which is conquered at the end of desire. Thus, the knight finds his king again, and they already live in eternity. The oracle is you are ready for a broader and deeper relationship with another. To understand that a relationship is not only anchored to desire, but is also a union of souls beyond gender and orientation. I think that the hiccup that this person is also having is thinking that they are without this relationship. They The point of all of these lessons, of the desire that they're feeling, is that you need to claim it before it gets here and just affirm that I'm already with this person. We are already intertwined. And I also did some like channel drawings the past few days, and this was one that came through. Like fingers crossed. And the energy of those fingers being intertwined like that really spoke to me. And the message that this gave me was that it's all love. The Don't allow doubt to have any place in your being. Allow it the space to be heard, but don't allow it the space to control your outlook. And I think that's what this person is really struggling with. They have this image in their mind of you two happily together, just enjoying each other's presence, again, intertwined, the way their legs are intertwined like that. Spirit just wants them to claim it. Like they're saying, you don't realize how you both are already connected. And that's kind of the hiccup here. That's the roadblock. But let's pull some more cards. We're gonna do. What are we gonna do? Let's see. We're gonna pull some Wanderers Tarot. Yeah, there's such a hesitation around every deck I look at. I don't know. This person doesn't want to fumble the bag. Like it just feels like this was the deck on the Emperor. They they value you so deeply. I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling, but it's like right in my heart chakra. It's like an aching, but in like a good way, I guess. I That's like the most human way to describe it. It's like aching at the possibility. It's like I know what we have could be great, but how do I make it happen? They don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. So what are they gonna do, Spirit? Let's see. What is the road ahead looking like? Seven of Cups. Again, it's that energy of like there's so many things that I have to say. There's so much that I'm feeling for you. How do I even put what I'm feeling into words? They're thinking too much about it. The Seven of Cups warns of thinking too much, of being getting too caught up in all of the possibilities. We have the Queen of Swords, and they're the Queen of Swords came out in reverse, and I flipped it upright. It's like they have this illusion that thinking with their logical mind, thinking like how do I describe? Um, they think that their logical mind is the answer to this dilemma, this predicament. But it being in reverse, the advice here is to not overthink what they need to do. They need to just like cut out the noise and just listen to their heart. Listen to the pounding of their chests. I Just to reiterate the oracle card, the hermit. They just need to get out of their hidey hole. They need to come forward and speak their truth. Like they're trying to put together the words to be like, this is what you mean to me. Like this is what you did. When in reality, what they need to do is come forward and just tell the truth. Tell it like it happened. Talk about the conflict that arose, the way that the people around them were misjudging everything, including you, and talk about what they learned from it. Because that would be so much more impactful than any gesture that you could make. I get the sense that all you want from them is, I mean, communication. Let's get some cards on what you are feeling about this. Oh my goodness. Interesting. We have the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man, and it just does not want to come up here. It came out in reverse. Did I display it reverse? Yeah. It came out in reverse. It's just like the direct solution to the Eight of Swords. I think give me more on the Eight of Swords. What was this mindset that the collective was trapped in? The Four of Swords. I think you had the same problem in that there were some things that you were like not necessarily ignoring, but things that you refused to accept. The silent truth that you're unwilling to accept. Give me more on the Eight of Swords. The King of Cups. And I think that's how deeply that you were feeling towards this person. What was the shift in perspective that took place? What changed? Seven of Wands. Now, that is exactly what in the chariot, 7 7. What changed for you is instead of hiding your feelings, trying to run from them, you chose to claim them. You decided to affirm to yourself, actually, I do feel incredibly deeply for this person. I do care very deeply about this person. And that's what caused things to move forward for you. The being willing to be truly honest with yourself and listen to what you're feeling in your heart is what moves the energy forward. And that's what this your person is struggling to grasp. Give me more on what you were feeling about this whole situation. The magician. You see that anything is possible. I think that you are looking at this person, understanding how deeply you feel about them, but you're not tied to any outcome. The magician makes me think that you are just content in knowing how deeply you feel, which is beautiful. Give me more on the magician. Oh, the fool. Yeah. You see that this is truly this could go in any direction, and you're not afraid of anything that is going to happen. You're kind of just waiting to see what this person is going to do. Give me more about what the collective's like feeling towards this person or High Priestess. Literally. You're just sitting in your own little bubble, meditating on the energy, allowing yourself to feel all of your feelings. You're just experiencing the joy of this moment, being New Year's Eve or New Year's in some places. Um, you're just happy. You're just sitting in contentment, which is beautiful. And this person really needs to learn how to trust themselves in order to come forward. Like they have every ability to come forward right now, but they're just so caught up in everything that they're thinking. They don't know what to do. I don't know where else we can like how else to move forward with this reading because we could read on the possibilities of what they can do, but it's not going to change anything unless they change something. Um, I don't know. I guess let's look at a couple possible outcomes of this because I'm really not sure. Their energy is so indecisive. Like they every fiber of their being wants to come forward, wants to tell you how they feel, wants to share themselves. They don't want to do the wrong thing. 3 of Cups. The one possible outcome is celebration. You come together and celebrate one another. But I think the energy that I'm getting more from this is I feel like this is you celebrating, not necessarily with them. What's contributing to the 3 of Cups? The Queen of Cups. Yeah. I mean, you're just like the Queen of Cups always like she just looks so satisfied with where she is, with the wine that she's drinking. She's truly enchanted by her own potion. And I think that one possible outcome here is not necessarily that you won't end up together at some point, but in the near future, I feel like it's just gonna be you celebrating your, exciting path that you've earned because it's evident with all of the cards that have come out that you are in a stable place for a relationship. And I which isn't to say that this person isn't either. As we talked about in the last spread, that this person has gone through challenge after challenge, overcoming all of the lessons that they've needed to learn, and they're at a point where they could be the person that they want to be. They just haven't claimed that for themselves. And I feel like you are the type of person that would rather them be self-assured than coming forward in doubt, in confusion, in misdirection. Um, so for the time being, you're just celebrating how happy you are, which is fucking beautiful. That's exactly the way you should be living. Even if you are in a relationship, I think the best way to be the partner that anyone you date deserves is by being able to just be happy alone, being able to be your own person outside of that relationship. What's like the end result? Yeah, the Nine of Cups, contentment, contentment with being alone, which isn't like it's not lonely energy. It's just I am where I am. I've earned the peace that I have, and I'm celebrating that. I'm just going to embrace the joy that I'm feeling in this moment. No matter who is around me, no matter who I'm romantically involved with, I'm able to affirm that I deserve love, and I'm claiming that love for myself before it even gets here. Let's look at another possible outcome. Whoa, that absolutely flipped out. We have the Knight of Wands. Action, lights, camera, action. Like this person takes the leap. They move forward towards you. Um, they might come forward with, whoa, come over. Damn, sneaky link. Page of Cup. This is literally the same. Oh, they just keep their energy keeps repeating itself. I literally pulled the Knight of Wands with the Page of Cups in the last spread. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. We'll talk about the Page of Cups in a second. I'm just gonna set that aside and not even think about it because there's probably more there, but the Knight of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles, I think this person might take some like really I wanted to say hasty action, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's just like it's like I can't take this anymore. I'm Ace of Cups. Um, interesting. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. Can you give me some context on the Ace of Cups? Clarify that for me. What's the energy around this card? Oh, one fell out. The Eight of Wands. I'm gonna read that card actually in the guidebook. Eight of Wands. Where are you? Stay focused on your journey. It is the right path for the goals you want to achieve, but it requires order, willpower, and perseverance. Without these qualities, you may take the wrong path or fail to reach your destination in time. Yeah. The Ace of Cups, I feel like with the Knight of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, it was giving me this energy of like thinking that the way that they how do I explain that? Spirit, help me out here. It's like trying to fill avoid with a person, which isn't healthy. And it's not necessarily like I get the sense that this person is. I just feel like they're not seeing you through like the clearest lens. With the Eight of Wands to the Eight of Cups makes me think that they're going to do something from the wrong place, like not from their true authentic heart space. And it's truly just this gamble, and they're not even like confident in it. And I think that lack of confidence might be the downfall in this outcome. They need to follow their inner star, really, like, as I've just been saying over and over again, like, they need to affirm that for themselves, truly claim the energy and say, "I deserve this outcome," but there's such a doubt behind it with the Page of Cups. It makes me think that they are inspired by you, but they don't feel they deserve you, and it's that underlying doubt that is causing them to, like, flip-flop back and forth. Give me more on the Page of Cups. What's the energy behind this? The shaman. They need to do a little soul searching with judgment. Yeah, like what's important right now is that they are acting from the highest place because I don't think they have the clearest mindset right now. Like I was saying earlier, they're going to end up falling on their sword if they move forward in uncertainty. The outcome they want will not manifest unless they are like truly 100% sure that's how it's going to go. Meanwhile, you're just over here like sipping your tea, enjoying your blessings as you're meant to because you're the empress. And this emperor isn't even sure if they're the emperor. Bless their heart, like it's clear how much you mean to them and how much they mean to you too. But you're the type of person that needs that like steady hand, someone that is able to like I mean, let's look back at this drawing. You need someone to be your rock. Someone that's gonna support you, someone that's willing to be there for you and hold you close. And if they're not 100, like 1,000% sure that you are their person and that they are yours, um, it's almost like it's not even worth it. Because if we're going to do this, it needs to be like 110%. That's at least the vibe that I'm getting from this. And what's the like final outcome of this situation? This possible outcome. The Ace of Pentacles. Like it's not how do I describe that? Give me more for the Ace of Pentacles. It's not doomed. You know? Yeah, this it's the with the sun. It's like at this point, with how much you both have worked through your shit, worked through all of these lessons, everything has led you to this point. You two are destined to it literally it feels like a destined union, fated. Um, but this opportunity is only gonna come if the light is right. Like it needs to be purely fueled by that passion and desire, no doubt, no unsteadiness, just pure confidence. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm also being called to how there's this like this glimmer of light, this silver lining around the Ace of Pentacles. The silver lining is that the opportunity will happen. It's just a matter of whether this person's ready to claim that and own that they deserve the love that is destined for them. Let's get one more for the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. Or not. The cards are sticking, so we're just gonna move on to the next outcome because I'm feeling that there's three different outcomes that could happen. Sorry, give me just a sec. Okay. And what's the Empress? Interesting. Well, okay. Yeah. I had to like really just attune to this energy. The third, and I think final outcome, what the last thing that could happen is they take this step. They own it for themselves. They decide, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking go for it. I'm going to like I want this person. I know they want me. Let's like I'm just gonna pour my heart out. And it results in you being the empress you are. They earn their empress. Give me more on the empress. Five of swords. Huh? Explain. What's the contributor? The moon. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't come through at first. So the Empress with the Five of Swords and the moon. This makes me think that it's like overcoming this internal battle. Like we talked about in the beginning, they had this conflict with either someone they were romantically involved with, or like a group of close friends, or even family. I was getting the family at first, and then it slowly shifted into this. It felt more like some form of like deep, like not familial love. It feels like in this outcome, they choose you. They choose to walk away from this like internal indecisiveness, and just follow their heart with the moon. It's like revealing what has been in the dark for too long, deciding that you don't need to pick a side. You just need to move. You just need to do something. Give me one more to clarify the Empress. Death. Whoa. This feels like a rebirth of the connection. What's contributing to that? What's our second card? And I mean second card in the spread, because all those were just clarifying the Empress. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. It feels like in taking some sort of action towards you, in this outcome, it would be the literal death of the old self for both of you. I think it would be like the stamp of approval on this cycle, and to say those are things of the past, and now we can move forward and be words. Well, I'm thinking of both aspects with this. And it's like now we don't have anyone around us who's going to be picking our pockets, and we can just share the love that we have to give. If anybody tries to steal from us, we know that we are so divinely protected that uh there's nothing these people like. It's funny because these first two options felt so close, um short-sighted. They felt so short-sighted in that it's like if they don't take make a choice now, it doesn't affect you. You're just going to keep living your best life. And then in the second possible outcome, it's like if they do come forward, but they're like shaky, they're not like 100% confident. Um it's going to result in nothing moving forward, but it's also temporary. Like there's still opportunity for that growth. And then that third outcome, if they do choose to come forward in the near future, the Empress, the Five of Swords, the Moon, and Death. But then to the Six of Pentacles, it feels so long term. It feels like um, if they make the jump, if they are confident in their choice, it is meant to last. And what's funny is both of these other energies, which is what I was trying to say before and just forgot to say, it feels like no matter what, we're leading to this energy of the Empress. Like again, they're the Emperor, and they want their Empress. They know who it is that is meant for them. It's just whether they're willing to accept it, willing to claim it. Hello. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm really in the thick of this energy. I literally recorded like an hour and a half, not an hour and a half, it was probably an hour of this reading, and then found out my camera wasn't recording. And I was like, well, we're just gonna do a live stream so I can get this message out because yeah. Confirmation! The lovers. Literally. It's like you two are I've never gotten love energy in a reading that is so it feels so guaranteed. And I don't like to say that. I don't like to because I don't think that anything is ever like set in stone, which this isn't. It's not saying that like it's not like if they just come forward on shaky footing, like fucking tripping over their words, unsure of how they feel, it's not going to pan out. What is set in stone is like the connection between you. There's always going to be that soul bond, and one way or another, you're going to end up back to each other, whether that's in this life or the next life. It's just a matter of whether they're able to like I don't mean to just keep repeating myself, but that is what just keeps coming through. They need to be confident in the choice that they make. But the lovers tells me that they just need to make that leap. They need to be honest with themselves. They need to really connect with their heart space and speak candidly. I think we're gonna put all of the cards back, and I'm gonna start to close out the reading. Which honestly might even just take another hour because I kind of want to read Sacred Cycles Oracle, and those usually that's usually some deep shit. So I'll try to be quick with it because this has already been going for an hour. I hope you all are enjoying the reading so far. Once again, my name is Calum. I am an empath, a psychic, and oracle of sorts. And this is Full Mental Alchemy. I forgot that live streams are live, so I kind of have to like reiterate that. This is Full Mental Alchemy. I'm a tarot card reader. And if you enjoy my energy, I urge you to subscribe and like the live. It is an energy transference and helps co-create this experience. And I'm overall just grateful for you watching, all two of you. uh, I don't really care about the numbers. I'm just happy to be reading these cards. This is where I feel most at peace. All right. I'm not even gonna shuffle those. We're gonna move forward. Here it's like pushing me along, giving me a kick in the butt. Here, let's drink some water. All right. Sacred Cycles Oracle. What does the collective need to know about this connection? What messages need to come through from spirit to the viewer? What should they expect come this new year and when it comes to this connection? Conception. Do I even need to say anything? Do I even need to say anything? Like this, I'm telling you, nothing is stopping this love from taking ground. I feel like you both have gone too far on your own like respective journeys to stop now. There the confirmation burp. Fucking there's nothing that can stop you. The only thing at this point, like I think in the past, there were absolutely points in the journey that could have stopped you both from pursuing this connection, but you both chose each other each and every time. And at this point, nothing is going to stop it except yourselves. We need to like truly just be own the shit. Like it's time. Are we done second guessing ourselves yet? Like can we just finally have confidence? These cards are just jumping out. Waning gibbous moon. I don't know what this card means. I'm gonna be so for real with you. but I'll read the guidebooks for all of these as well. Well, we have the vaginal canal. Card number 44. I talked about 44. Which I think that might an orgasm. Uh, let's just say some spicy times are ahead. Oh my god, waxing crescent moon and the wild one. Uh, all right, let's read conception. Conception. I open to inspiration. A spark of inspiration, a creative life force connects with those open and capable of nurturing its growth. Whether through the physical act of conceiving new life or the symbolic experience of receiving a new creative idea, conception is the initiation, the beginning stage of any generative experience. The twinkle of a new endeavor is within you now. Even if you are not yet aware of this novel possibility, you can rest assured that it is present and ready for you. All that is needed in a moment of quiet to look within and acknowledge what is arising for you. To conceive is to be curious and open to the potential of what could be. Take this time to nurture your soil, ensuring that the seeds that are ready for germination have the best possible environment to be planted within you. This will look different for everyone. One place to begin may be exploring your tried and true creative practices that help open the channels for inspiration to burst forth with ease. The journal prompt is: what am I most inspired by right now? And I think especially what this is talking about is as don't just like wait around for this person. It's up to them whether they are gonna affirm this love for themselves and trust their gut. In terms of you, just keep doing your thing. Keep doing those creative practices that inspire you and excite you, and just keep going day by day, living as your grateful and ecstatic self. Spirit is just pushing you to truly embrace the blessings that are your life. Like, not even just blessings coming to your life. At this point, your life is the blessing. And claim that and just be happy. Because following that excitement will only manifest more excitement. And not even just in terms of like spiritual beliefs. When it comes to your subconscious, if you look around you and you are looking for every little thing that like affirms to you why something is good for you, you're only going to find more and more reasons to be grateful for your experience every day. If you do the opposite, you look around trying to find the every little thing that um pisses you off or is like a loss or a slight against you, you're only going to manifest and notice more things. Like if you go looking for garbage, all you're going to find is garbage. You can't shuffle through the trash and be mad when you get a half-eaten hot dog. That's a fucking weird analogy. Um, okay, Wayne and Gibbous mood. Let's move on. That was that like okay. I am ready to let go. The waning gibbous moon calls you to begin the process of letting go. The vision that you are calling in for your soul's next iteration of growth is so expansive that space must be made for it. Creating that space begins with releasing. You may have old habits based on outdated patterns, beliefs, or ways of being. I feel like I just talked about this in shifting your mindset. Um, Often these habits have served you, even if their sole purpose was to keep you feeling safe, and have undoubtedly have been essential on your journey. The invitation now is to thank them for their service and send them on their way. If you are unsure about what needs to be released, your inner voice will tell you. You can begin this process by simply getting quiet and asking yourself what you are ready to let go of. Just like the waning gibbous moon, you are headed towards a time of inward contemplation to help call in further clarity. The journal prompt is: what pattern, relationship, belief, or habit can I release to make space for my evolution? And I think that's what your person has been doing as well. Having to truly to create space for you. They've had so many outside influences, like just like infecting their inner space that they're still like having to clear that uh like residue and really having to like make sure that they're cultivating a space of peace. I already said that earlier, but um I don't know, as you're doing these things, as you're ensuring that you're taking care of your well-being and uh embracing positivity and letting go of these harmful habits, trust that your person is doing the same. And at this point, just I know I keep saying it over and over again, over and over and over. Just claim it now because spirit is the message is clear that you are going to come together one way or another, and time has no bearing on it. So don't get caught up on like when is this person gonna come? Like when are they gonna reach out to me? Just sit back, take a breath. Let's think about what we can control. Like that's something that we can let go of is this need for this person to reach out. Why don't you just trust that everything is working out as it needs to and focus on what is directly in front of you, what you are able to manage. Our next card is the vaginal canal. Where is it? I am open. A holy portal, an opening. The vaginal canal is a connection point between the outer world and the inner sanctum of serenity and magic. While often used to describe the whole reproductive space, the true vagina is the tunnel like portion of the anatomy from the vaginal opening to the cervix. This channel holds the wisdom of the liminal space. It is an in between, a doorway to step through, should you choose to. It's filled with the potential to experience sensations of bliss and usher in new life. You are at the edge of a unique experience. This is an invitation to choose between remaining in a place that is comfortable and familiar to you or entering the portal into the unknown. The message just keeps reiterating itself in that we are. You're on the precipice. You both are on the precipice. It's just a matter of claiming that reality for yourself. Um, the recognizable world you have created holds the gift of safety and security. Entering into the darkness opens you to uncertainty, shimmering with endless possibilities. There is no right decision here, only an acknowledgement of what beckons you most at this time, and then wholeheartedly accepting that calling. Where in my life do I have an opportunity to make a choice between the familiar and the unknown? And our final card, I'm just going to go right into it, is the orgasm. My pleasure opens portals, and I already know this is gonna say the exact same thing I've been saying over and over and over and over and over again for the last, like, 20 minutes, um, that you need to just embrace positivity and joy at this time. Like, I don't mean to be so, like, sound like a fucking broken record, but just be happy. Like, literally, spirits just, like, enjoy. Like, you have worked so fucking hard, and now you get to just enjoy it. Like you've done the hard work and you've earned time to just claim your peace and enjoy yourself, which might involve a few card 43s if you feel so called to. Energy builds, drawing in creative life force to a center point. It grows like an internal sun and suddenly bursts, sending its warmth outward with an explosive charge. Whether you are with a partner or solo, orgasm is the sacred body's release, an expression of energy that has been cultivated and called forward with patience, grace, and understanding. You are being called to open up to your ecstasy and full bodied joy. Through the orgasmic field, whether it's generated by a physical or energetic practice, a direct connection to source is available to you. You can choose to engage with the infinite potential of this energetic terrain by using the climactic energy to amplify your manifestations, strengthen your connection with a partner, or empower yourself. Do so simply by focusing upon an intention while in this heightened state, allowing its imprint to merge with your supercharged energy body. As you bask in your bliss and integrate, allow the pleasure and your heart's desires to sync with every cell of your being. As a daily practice, follow what feels best and fills you with joy as you move toward any peak experience or toward the final stages of any project you have been nurturing. Allow pleasure to infuse and expand into your daily experience. The journal prompt is: where in my life could I benefit from cultivating more pleasure? And I feel like that is a beautiful way to close this reading. Before I go, I do just want to like talk about my own experience in my life. Um, in that like, I don't want to be the person that's just, like, sending out messages into the ether and then not practicing what I preach, and I do want you to know that I'm doing all of these things with you. All of these messages are channeled from me, through me, to you, and, recently, it's actually really interesting the way things, like, lined up. About, like, 2 weeks ago, it hit me that, like, I used to be on Zoloft, I was on antidepressants, um, for depression. Who'da thought? Oh, I've got 5 minutes. My phone's gonna turn YouTube off. Um, and for a long time, it helped. It helped me manage like, everything that I was feeling, and then it got to a point this last, like, 3 months where I it was almost every day I was forgetting to take my medication, and suddenly I, like, looked at my medication one day and I was like, "I can't take this anymore." Like, it wasn't, like, disgust or anything, it was just like, if I'm ever going to grow, I need to feel the full extent of my emotions, and it's been a little wild. I've been feeling joy like I haven't felt in years, um, even before I was on the loft. Um, but also I've been experiencing rage because of it, like rage that has been sitting within me, and I've had to do a lot of work to, like, process that rage, and as time's gone on, it's gotten easier to manage it, and I think also the skills that I learned while I was on antidepressants, uh, helped with that. But, um, it's been a beautiful experience to feel the full extent of my emotions again. I've cried so much the last week or 2, just because, like, situations will come up and I didn't realize how much, like, residual energy was within me, and like the cards we're talking about, it's important that we take note of what we need to release and do what you need to do. Truly, like, journal about the experience and let yourself cry, let yourself feel everything you need to feel. If there's someone that did you wrong, like, give yourself the freedom to, like, scream about it. Or if there's something that you're truly excited about, sing about it. Like, truly sing yourself the praises of the work that you have done. What I've been doing recently is I I've always had, like, doubt towards my music, but recently I've started to just claim that whatever I make, whatever comes out is the purest expression of myself, and it's been really freeing because, like, literally yesterday I made a song and it was awful. It was terrible, but I had so much fun making it, and that's what it's all about. It's about allowing ourselves to do things badly, and I going back to the original message, your person needs to integrate that, to learn how to do things badly. Sometimes you're gonna fucking stumble. Sometimes you're not gonna be the person with every word. If you have watched my channel, you know damn well I'm not the person to know exactly what to say all the time. It's very often I'm caught not knowing what to say, but because I'm doing the work anyway, getting the message out no matter how I feel about it, it shows in I don't know. Yeah, I hope you get what I mean. Um, Allow yourself to just be human, have your human experience. Um, the beautiful thing is that you can always try again tomorrow. Um, every day is a new year. It's just because it's new year doesn't mean you don't get the chance to start over the next day, or the next day, or the next day, or the week after that, or the month after that, or the year after that. Like, every day is a new opportunity to start over, and I think that's important. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Let's pull an angel card just to close. Little goodbye. Um, what do the angels want the collective to know at this time? Maybe we'll pull a couple. 3, yeah, that works. Fiona, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. We have Aurora. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Um, And Daniel, one of the most beautiful angels in this deck. I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. If you had any doubts about this connection, fucking don't. Trust that union is the end result, and you just need to trust God. Trust source, trust the divine, trust your spirit guides, and just have faith that everything is working out exactly as it needs to. I say it almost every reading, but it's so important that we integrate that. I'm gonna get going. My phone. Oh, it didn't stop. But anyway, my name is Caleb. This has been Full Mental Alchemy. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around. Feel free to subscribe and like the live. Um, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.